Hello lovely people, my name is Roel. I am a health coach and a diabetes practitioner. Thank you for watching my video. Today I would like to talk about the importance of creating the right environment for you to be successful with your health goals. You can have some idea about what you want to achieve, but if you haven't created the right environment for you to do the stuff that you want to be doing, then the chances are that you're not going to do it. And we all know it's hard enough anyway to change our lifestyle habits and be good. And if you set yourself up to succeed, then you might benefit from that. So the first thing I would suggest, I think I've got about 9 tips around that today. And of course there will be more, but this will get you started. The first one is to set yourself a clear goal about what you want to achieve, or goals. There could be more than one thing that you want to achieve when it comes to your health. And make sure that you're very specific about what it is that you want to achieve. If you don't know where you're going, then it's unlikely that you're going to get there. If you get into a taxi and the taxi driver asks, "Where are we going?" and you say that you don't know, then I don't think you're going to go far. So make sure that you know where you're going, what is it that you want to achieve, and then find out what it is that you need to do to get there. So that's material for another video where we can talk about how you can set yourself specific action goals to achieve what you want to achieve. But let's talk about setting up the environment today, assuming that you know what it is that you want and you've got a rough idea on how to do that. So to start with, make sure that you're very specific about your goal. What is it that you want to achieve? And be specific and translate that into actionable, small weekly goals. That's what I would do, because that's the easiest way of being successful. Number 2, I would set up your physical environment in a way that's going to support you. And it sounds a little bit like the bleeding obvious, but you'd be surprised at how many people are trying to stop eating chocolate, and then you open the cupboards and the chocolate's literally falling out onto your face. So make sure that you don't surround yourself with stuff that reminds you of things that you don't want to be doing. Make sure that you surround yourself with stuff that reminds you of what you do want to be doing. So if you want to go for a walk when you come home from work, then don't put your furry slippers in the hall. Put your trainers in the hall. Or if you want to do it first thing in the morning, have your workout clothes ready. If you don't want to eat the biscuits, then don't have a biscuit tin on the work surface. Look at the food in your cupboards. Is that stuff you want to be eating, or is it not? And if it's not, then get rid of it. Give it to a food bank, or ask your family or partner or friends to hide it, but get it out of your sight. Your brain will very quickly pick up things in your environment and translate that into action. And if it's the stuff that you don't want to be doing, it will be action that you don't want to be taking. So get rid of that stuff and make sure that you're surrounded by cues, visual cues that make you want to do what you want to be doing. So that segues a little into tip number 3, optimize your kitchen. Is your kitchen a mess? Is it cluttered? Is it not inviting you to cook meals from scratch? Because then you're probably not going to. So make sure that you have a basic amount of ingredients to knock up an easy meal. Make sure that you've got a clean work surface, that you've got some pans, that you've got some tools with which you can cook some food. And again, it might all sound a little bit obvious, but if you don't have that stuff, or if your kitchen is a mess and cluttered and there's no space on the work surface, then I think you're going to be more inclined to order a delivery. So make sure that you've got everything you need, and even look at recipes and make sure that you've got the ingredients. So that actually segues nicely into number 4. It's as if I have prepared this video, isn't it? Number 4 is meal preparation and shopping. Think ahead, what is it that you want to eat? And keep it really simple, because the more complicated you make it, the less likely it is that you're actually going to do it. So start with your protein. That is the most important element of your meal, I feel. your body needs it. It's good for hormone production, for satiety, to maintain and build and repair tissue. So make sure that you get your your hormones, not your hormones, your proteins. So per meal, I suggest, again, you can be very scientific about it and weigh and calculate, but who's going to do that? You know, I mean, life's too short. Roughly per meal, make sure that you get the amount of protein that is about the size and the thickness of the palm of one hand. So start there, ask yourself, what do I want to eat? Where's my protein? What's the protein I'm going to have in my meal? So that could be like a small chicken breast fillet, that could be 2 eggs, that could be a handful of pulses if you're a vegan or vegetarian. And then when you know what the protein is, just add a shed load of vegetables, and that's it. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You don't need anything else, even though dietitians would love to tell you that you need heart healthy whole grains and starches in your diet, but trust me, you don't. You can get all your fiber and energy from your proteins and your vegetables. So if you want to add some of the starches, then who am I to stop you? But make sure that it's not a lot, because otherwise it will cause issues with weight management, blood glucose management. So that's it really, and there's a million meals that you can think of that are based on a protein and added vegetables, and again, that's stuff for another video, meal ideas around that. And number 5, physical activity is really important, not just for the direct results that you get from that, but it also is really good for your mental health. And when you're mentally in a good place, you're more likely to cope with making changes in your habits. So if you're feeling a bit shit, then you're probably not going to take up a new exercise regime or join a club or generally be more active. So or eat healthy. It's a bit of a catch 22, 21, 22, no idea. But you know what I mean. It's a bit tricky because if you don't already are physically active, then you're probably in that place where you don't feel like doing it. But once you start doing it, you mentally start to feel better and physically start to feel better, and that makes it more likely that you continue to do it. And of course, it has an effect on your other behavior as well. You know, whether you eat healthily, go to bed on time, all that stuff. Number 6 is your social network. Is it supportive, or are they sabotaging you? And not knowingly, hopefully, but often we find that we hang out with people who may not have the same goals as you do, and then you're going to be a little bit tempted to behave like they do. And if you want to avoid that, you need to think about it and ask yourself, can we organize to do something else? Instead of drinking beer and eating burgers, can we go and go for a hike and have a chat, or do something active like bowling, or you know, there are quite a few indoor entertainment activities available now. And it's not just your friends you hang out with, or the people you live with. Do they know what it is that you're trying to do? And do they know how important that is for you? Maybe you assume that they do, but I think it's really important to communicate that, and then maybe get them on board. They might even be happy to join in with you to do some stuff that you want to be doing. And that can be really helpful. Of course, at the end of the day, you can't force people to support you. If they want to eat crisps in front of you all night, every night, then there's nothing we can do about it. But I do think it will help to communicate how important it is for you, and hopefully maybe get them to support you. Stress management, number 7. So that's super important. Like I said before when we spoke about physical activity, when you're stressed, it's highly unlikely that you're going to eat healthily and be active and do stuff that's good for you. So try to manage stress. And again, all these tips are subject for a whole other video, how we can manage stress. And obviously I'm happy to do that. I'm sure you will see that soon. Let me know if there's anything in particular of today's video where you want a little bit more detailed information, I'm always happy to have a chat. But yeah, find ways to control your stress and manage it, because that can be a real showstopper if you're stressed. I think you already know that. Sleep, super important. Again, if you're knackered, are you gonna be healthy? No. In fact, not just because you're feeling tired, but also because your hormones will be out of whack when you're tired. If you haven't had enough sleep, then you'll find that you produce more ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, and less leptin, which is your satiety hormone. So that means that you're gonna probably feel more hungry and snacky in particular. You want sugary food because your body will act as if it's under stress, and when we're under stress, our body is wired to seek out sweet foods. So sleep is really important. Again, there's loads of tips around sleep. If you struggle with that, let me know. Also, lots of essential oils that you can use for that. And if you want any samples to try out, if that can help you, let me know. Number 9 is to track your progress. That can be really motivating to sort of assess where you are now, and then record how it's going when you start making a few changes. What is the progress? And please don't just look at a number on the scales, because your weight is not important. Of course, it is important for your health, and probably maybe for yourself as well. You might have a certain idea of what you want to look like and what makes you happy, but there is way more to your health than your weight. So please don't get too fixated on the weight, but record everything that's changing. How are you making progress? Do you find it easier to walk the stairs? Do you have more energy? Are you more cheerful? All these things. Less headaches, fewer headaches, less pain in your joints. Because when you see all these things that have happened since you started making changes, that will then spur you on to continue to make these changes. Right, I hope that you found that useful, and let me know if you did. Also let me know if you didn't. I'm very open to constructive criticism. Let me know if there's anything in particular you would like another video on, and if you would like a free resource, which is a checklist of things that you might want to address if you feel that your diet isn't working. Maybe you've been trying something with your diet and you feel you're not getting anywhere, then I've created a list of things that may help you to figure out why that is. And so let me know if that's something that that you would like, and if I'm organized enough, then I will have some button prepared, and we'll link that somewhere underneath this video so you can click on it and get that resource. Right, thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to, well, not seeing you, but looking forward to doing the next video. And until then, take care, lots of love.